Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ba'd. So last week we were covering a hadith where Prophet Musa asked his Lord about who are the lowest level of people in Jannah going to be like. And he explained, and he said, what the kings in this world have, he said, you're going to get that. So would you be happy? So people are very, very happy at that. He said, you're going to get that, and more than that, and more than that, and more than that. And he just kept on going up. And subhanAllah, the lowest level of Jannah that people will get is such an amazing thing. What could anyone ask for more than that? So then Prophet Musa continued. I said, I'll continue the rest of the story. So he said, Rabbi fa'a'lahu manzila. Said, my Lord, was Prophet Musa asking, said, what will happen with the people in the highest level of Jannah? What are they going to get? Said, قال أولئك الذين أردت غرست كرامتهم بيدي وختمت عليها فلم تر عين ولم تسمع أذن ولم يخطر على قلب بشر. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains and He says, those are the people whom I am going to take care of them myself directly. Meaning I'm going to give them something directly that you cannot even imagine. And I have decided I'm going to finalize all of that, and they're going to get what no eye has ever seen, what no ear has ever heard, and what no one can even possibly imagine. So basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the lowest level of Jannah is what I described to you about what these kings get of palaces and wealth and bodyguards. Imagine everything that all these people in this world get. And He said, I'm going to give you more than that and more than that and more than that and way more than that. And then He said, well, what are the people in the highest level of Jannah going to get? Allah is basically saying, there's no point of even trying to explain it to you, because no matter what you compare it to in this dunya, you can't even imagine what it's going to be like. So the only explanation that would even make sense is that it is so high, it is so much that you can't even your mind cannot even comprehend how amazing the highest level of Jannah is going to be, and that's the explanation that we get. So Prophet Musa asked for the lowest, and after hearing the lowest, he said he was shocked. I think it probably seems like he was going to be happy with the lowest, but then he was so surprised. He said, what could the highest possibly be? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the explanation of the highest. This is Rawaha Muslim. This is a hadith narrated by Imam Muslim. And the last thing that it shows us the type of questions that prophets would ask. Prophets would ask questions which are, people would want to know. He wants to know just for the sake of what's going to motivate us to get towards Jannah. What's going to motivate us to rectify our behavior. So we should be thinking, when we say this is amazing, we should be thinking, how can we get to Jannah? How can we get to Jannah? There's two things to do. Pretty simple. Believing in the right things. Our iman has to be proper. And we have to avoid sins. And we have to do as many good deeds as possible. So there's two categories we need to focus on. Every one of us needs to take a look at our life. Look at our life and look at everything that you're doing. Say, am I gossiping? Am I talking about people? If I'm in business, if I'm in my job, am I cutting corners? Am I lying? Am I stealing? Am I ripping other people off? What are the things that we're doing in our lives that we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not accepting? We know it's haram. We know we're going to be held accountable. We need to take stock of our life and remove those things. And then we look at all the opportunities that we have for earning good deeds. See, how can I earn more good deeds? How can I just do something to get more and more and more good deeds so I can become one of these people of Jannah? So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among the people of Jannah. I mean, we've completed this book, alhamdulillah, Riyadh al-Salihin, in 3 years. We have skipped a few hadith here and there, but we pretty much completed this book. So those of you who've been following along with most of the hadith, we've covered about maybe 1,200 hadiths. And you can see how diverse hadith is and everything like that. So what I'm thinking of doing, and anyone wants to give me their feedback, I'm always open to feedback. What I'm thinking of doing is, people have requested that we continue on Wednesdays the fiqh. explanations. And on Saturday and Sunday after Fajr, we're going to start another hadith book. We're going to do Sahih al-Bukhari, inshallah ta'ala. So anyone else has any feedback, you can come and give it to me personally, inshallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from us. Ameen. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now I can take my book home.